Hello car fans. Today we're diving into a very unusual piece of automotive history, the Playboy A48, built by the short-lived Playboy Motor Car Corporation of Buffalo, New York. Few were made, but its innovations make it fascinating. Let's take a full walk through exterior, interior, performance, and finally conclude on whether it's a hidden gem. Exterior. First off, the exterior. At a glance, the Playboy A48 looks compact by American standards of the day. Short wheelbase, modest size, undemanding lines. Its length was about 3.96 meters, or around 13 feet, and width was around 1.47 meters. The body was built using unit construction, or unibody, which was still relatively unusual in the late 1940s in the US. One of the standout features, it was one of the first American production cars to offer a retractable hardtop roof. The top folds into the rear deck in multiple metal panels. Interestingly, while the prototype had a rear-mounted engine, production models moved the engine to the front. This allowed better packaging for the retractable roof mechanism. Styling-wise, it's modest and functional. It's not a glamorous cruiser, but it does have some forward-thinking features like independent front suspension and coil springs. Around 97 units were ever built before the company shut down, making it extremely rare. Small wheels, lightweight design, and a 3-passenger bench seat up front made it a practical little car by design, even if space was limited. Interior. Moving inside, the Playboy A48 had a simple yet clever layout. The front bench seat could seat 3, which was unusual for small cars of the time. The dashboard and instrumentation were modest but functional. Designed as a post-war economy or second family car, it didn't aim for luxury. The retractable roof folds down behind the seat and tucks neatly into the rear deck. From inside, you can actually see how the panels stack and store, something that would become popular decades later. Material quality was decent but not luxurious. Given the company's small production scale, fit and finish varied, and surviving examples sometimes show wear and rust. Rear passenger space was minimal or non-existent, and the folding roof ate into trunk space. Overall, the interior was about smart use of space and engineering creativity rather than luxury or comfort. Performance. Let's talk performance. The Playboy A48 wasn't built for speed, it was built for practicality and innovation. Earlier prototypes had a rear-mounted Hercules 4-cylinder engine, but the production version used a front-mounted 1.5-liter inline-4 by Continental, producing around 41 horsepower. Top speed was claimed at about 75 miles per hour, and 0 to 50 miles per hour came in around 17 seconds. Fuel economy was decent for its time, some reports suggested up to 35 miles per gallon. The Playboy featured front independent suspension with coil springs, giving it a surprisingly nimble character. Ride height was generous, and with a weight of under 930 kilograms, it was lighter than many of its contemporaries. The transmission was a 3-speed manual, with some models offering optional overdrive. It wasn't a sports car, but it offered respectable performance for a post-war compact. And remember, this is a collectible car. Its rarity and unique features make it more valuable as a historical piece than for spirited driving. Let's wrap it up. The Playboy A48 is a fascinating footnote in American automotive history, a car that dared to be different in the late 1940s. It innovated with a retractable hardtop before the big automakers. It had a compact, lightweight, and smartly engineered body with features like unibody construction and independent front suspension. It's also incredibly rare. Fewer than 100 were built, and fewer survive today. But it has downsides. Modest performance. Limited practicality. And with the company gone by 1951, parts and support are hard to find. In the end, the Playboy A48 isn't about speed or luxury, it's about ambition and clever design. For collectors and history buffs, it's a gem. For everyday driving or investment returns, it's a more complicated decision. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a rare classic, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more unusual car profiles. Let me know in the comments, would you want to own a Playboy A48? What would you change or restore? Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep your wheels rolling and your curiosity running.